Are we streaming? We might be streaming. I'm hopeful, legitimately. It'd be great if this is actually working because to be honest, I haven't been able to get Stream to work in some time, so it would be really great if it was in fact working. Um, Let me toss the chat over here. If it is working, please let me know in the chat. Let me know if it is terrible quality as well. That would be really great. So let's guess jump in. Um Not sure what we're gonna be working on today, but I wanted to give streaming a go now that my internet's resolved and things of that nature. So oop. So not a fan of that light. This light, this light. Works for me. So we'll see if anyone joins. That'll be exciting. Uh, mm-hmm. Maybe we just go out exploring today. That might be fun. It's a lovely day out. Let's do our daily tasks of taking all of these carrots and putting them in a composter and taking all of these potatoes and putting them in a furnace so that we can generate maximum bone meal with them. Oh, we should probably grab any and all help as well. If you're wondering what's going on with my world, because you may only catch me on streams, please check out my YouTube channel and get caught up. We've been doing a lot of stuff, obviously. There's all sorts of farms down here now in the cave, including a giant super smelter. Not giant. I mean, it's fair. Oh, let's go ahead and quickly restock the furnace array from our lava farm. Just so I don't forget it. Yeah, that'll work for a little while. All right. Let's head out to maybe let's go to the village. Let's go heal up our tools. Should we take the boat? Whoa. Took off just a little too hard there. That pig in a tree, man. It's been in there, that tree for a long time now. There's some of my turtles. They're slowly leaving the area. There's a turtle in that tree. Well, at least I know they didn't all die. Yeah, it actually was a little bit of effort to get those turtle eggs, so I'm glad that they didn't just go in vain. Do, 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 do. It's a pretty ugly mangrove tree. I should really regrow that one. Yep, to an OG 1.6 village. Where I have successfully been training villagers up here. How about you, Eddie? I mean, it's some stone. Thank you. Plenty of pumpkin. Let's do the beetroot first. Every little bit helps. I hate that that guy fell in his composter. It's really annoying. Almost there, just on beetroots. Hey, that one's healed up. Ooh, double. Thanks, bud. Thanks. I don't actually have extra melons, do I? That's wild. Cool. All my tools are all geared up. I've been slowly working these guys up too. You never know, they might unlock other trades that are book trades. Efficiency 4, yeah, like that. Efficacy, efficient. Oh man, I cannot spell today. Efficient. FECNC. The C isn't working on my keyboard. That's weird. All the other letters are working. Why won't C work? That seems problematic for me. Well, we'll just call it if 4. I need to figure out what's going on with my keyboard, if that's legitimately a problem. Or if it's just a recent reboot thing. Channeling. Oh, it works there. Now my H doesn't work. But lowercase c doesn't work. But uppercase c works. So uppercase. Weird. That's very quirky. It's very quirky. I did not grab a bed from my last place. Oh, that's silly of me. Hmm. I've got Masons. Do I have a shepherd? I mean, I think so. Somewhere. There he is. Oh, he only wants to buy black wool now. Oh, I should have traded with him when he was going for brown. I have so much brown at home. Uh, there's some sheeps out here in the fields, I think. I mean, I killed a bunch of them by being this lazy before. So I might have to go a little bit deeper into the woods here. There's one. Hey, bud. Oh, that's perfect. Thanks. It's like the perfect amount. What do I have for color? Nothing. So this block shouldn't be in that block. It should be in here. Bleh. This is very shaggy grass. That'll work. A white bed is just boring. And we'll look at upgrading it later. Oh, that's lame. I kind of want to do a little bit of overland exploring. We do a lot of boat exploring. We don't do a whole lot of just get out there and get lost exploring on land. So let's go ahead and give that a go. I have not been this direction on foot, so see where it takes us. Things I would like to find: outposts, structures of any kind that may or may not have trims. So desert temples, you know, all the usual suspects. So we'll get lost and see how it goes. Oh, that's a deep cave. Pretty sure this is all old world generation. And this is a little bit of new world generation, potentially. Depends on if there's any copper or anything in this water. The caves showcase any of that. Doesn't look like it though. Mm-hmm. Sweet berries. You know, I think I actually have plenty of ferns. Uh, let's just go ahead and put these back. What's that big hill? Let's cut through this taiga. I do think with the new snapshots that the leaves that are on the ground, the leaf litter in the pine forest or in the spruce forest, really need to be needles and not leaves. It makes no sense for them to be leaves. So hopefully they'll get that done before they release. Because honestly, it's like a glaring, obvious, incorrect. Um, that one perfect spot light on that dirt spot. It's funny. Looks like we'll be fording a river, maybe. Hmm. Hey, doggos. Who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? Hmm. This flower is an opportunity for me to dye the bed a better color. Sort of. Sort of, Neb. It's great to see you. I'm glad it's the stream is working. I've been playing in this world for about a month and a half now. I've been putting the VODs up on YouTube because I haven't been able to stream. I finally got 2 gig internet, so hopefully the stream is looking a lot better. TBD. Uh, Also, how's the audio? Perchance get a mic check 1 2. Hopefully everybody can hear me and that the music isn't too loud and that the sheep aren't too loud. Uh, I've learned how to have different channels for all the different spot. Awesome, awesome, possum. Yeah, I'm really excited. Uh, this has been a really interesting little world. At some point we'll go back, but I'm actually out exploring, looking for structures. This world doesn't seem to generate a lot of structure objects, which sucks. So it's been tough to find, you know, things like outposts and anything like normal world generation. So that's been fun. It's a whole lot of world and a whole lot not of not buildings. So we'll see. There's a big core of this world that's 1.4, 1.6. And again, like if you check out the YouTubes, you can see where I updated. Oh, hey, speaking of structures, you can see where I upgraded it and have been working along. So I tried to kind of Evo this. Oh man, that is a real bummer. Let me grab some blocks that I can put that lava out with. Good job, Matt. Yeah, I should put my bed down too, because it's getting to be dark. Yeah. Are you catching my bed on fire? Is that even a thing? Oh, that really did just burn my bed. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Oh, that really sucks. Dang it. Dang it, bro. Why you gotta do me like that? Okay. Maybe we just hang out in the water overnight? That seems like a dumb plan, too. Uh, I don't see any sheeps either. I'm not in prime sheep land. Let's go find some sheeps. Maybe we can sleep this off. I see a zombie. It's not as useful as a sheep. Oh, I see some spiders. Also not as... Those guys are less fun. Those guys are less fun than sheep. Oh, there's a lot of those guys. It's not fun either. Okay. Some sheep's right there, bro. Try and get some wood now. On the fly. Take that, bro. Gotta make it, like for like. Professional. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Go back and go get. There was no real loot in that chest either, right? Ah, lame. That was a whole lot of risking death for not a lot of reward. But I'm just going out getting completely lost, like on purpose. Just get out into the world, get out past old world generation. Sounds like Minecraft, yeah. For reals. I am glad that the stream is working. Like, legitimately, it's been a real hard time. It's taken me 2 months to get proper internet. Um, yeah. So, and today was a good day. Not only did I get my internet working all the way today, but today was my first day at my new job, which is a lot. Uh, it's a good job. Uh, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot of responsibility for me. I'm gonna have to really step up and do a lot of hard things in a scrappy, wear lots of hats kind of way, which is fine. I'm not going to find any structures in these forests. There's just nothing out here besides, like, maybe occasionally a ruined portal. Huh. I think I really need to expand my search parameters. How did I get cooked mutton? Or did I flame a sheep? Oh, I must have flamed a sheep. Of course. Bundles, by the way. Bundles are dope. I've been really loving how useful they actually are. It's kind of like shulker boxes in a lot of ways, like, but also not. I do wish they would hold more than 64 items, but when you've got a bunch of miscellaneous junk from just like exploring or caving or what have you, it's very handy. So much forest. I would have found nothing out here. It would have taken me forever to get out of this forest. These are not large biome generation either. It's just big, big forests in this world, which is cool. I like big forests. Looks like that might be a flower forest. There's a lot of flower forests in this world, which is pretty cool. Especially for someone like me that likes flowers and decorative plants. It's great. I'm definitely looking forward to upgrading the world to the next version. But of course, it'll have to wait until after Optifine and stuff gets up to date. Yeah. Looks like it's more planes ahead, but hey, it's an outpost. Right on. Opportunity to get ominous bottles, because I found 2 trial chambers in this world. One I stumbled across, and one I got a map for. Oh, I think I've been to this outpost. Yeah, they're perfect for exploring. I would say that they're great, especially great early game, but they're pretty good mid game as well, which is where I'm sort of at now. Like, I haven't gotten. Oh, yeah, I've definitely been here because there's a block. It's like a Botto enchanting though. I think I've already cleared this out of anything that was good. That sucks. Yeah, I put a light there. And I don't think there's any allies now. I've already released the Iron Golem. Hmm, there he is, hanging out. Oh yeah, I remember this. It was a really cool, like, edge of the world sort of situation. 2 banner guys. Right on. I'll take your potions, bro. Oh, just outside your hitbox. Yeah. Do 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 do. Okay, so this isn't gonna work out for getting new things. So we should move on. Hmm. You know, something's telling me to go that way. So I'm gonna give it a go. It's a nice big hole in the ground. Oh, goodness. I love it when the trees like grow on little spikes in the middle of a hole like that. That's what would happen in real life too. Oh, there's a little bit of dirt here. Boom, tree. forest of the birch variety. Another ruin portal. Cool. Let's not set my bed on fire this time. That'd be a real plus. Real plus. But it is getting to be dark, so I will put my bed down way over here, away from anything hot. Screw you. We got nuggies. Okay. Great. How is it not night? Honestly. So I'm glad that the stream looks great. I was very worried about it, and the majority of my wanting to do a stream tonight was just to make sure that streaming worked, because it has not for a while. So nice. I do have an ender chest, so worst case scenario, if I get really lost out here, I can just bloop. I did do some testing to get the server going. I did some self-hosting of the server, and my machine just can't handle it and streaming. Like, I could host or I could play, but hosting and playing at the same time was pretty chunky. So I need to figure out how to get that going again. But the hosted version seems to be working 100% when I host it myself. So everything about it looks good. I am really happy about that. I did update it to 1.21.4, so that's cool. Yeah, a second machine is a possibility, but I also don't mind having that just be like a hosted solution provider now that I have gainful employment again. Like, it's something that I can maybe look at taking on as a cost again. It was a little tough before previously with no employment, so that was a real disadvantage. The one other thing I was thinking about is, Patreon server, right? Like, it would make sense. Those that can pay can play. Not that I would make it a, pay to play scenario for everybody that I know, but certainly it would be help offset the cost. So, yeah. Yeah, and I had a monthly contract previously, and it was a fair arrangement, but it was less than what Joel was paying when he was running the server. But I also saw some degraded performance in some areas because it just, it was hosted in the UK versus hosted in the US, so that was a little bit of a problem from a latency perspective. Um, this is a giant birch forest. It's like ridiculously huge. Um, but that was one of the reasons that it was cost efficient for what it was. The server file is quite large for us. Like, the world save is 50 gigs, something like that. So, like, I need a place that can store probably 120, so that there's proper IO access and things like that. Like, it's a thing. But yeah, I mean, it ran okay-ish when I was self-hosting it, but if I had anybody else on the server, it would probably lag me to death. Um, as it was, there was like a significant amount of rubber banding. You would think that you would click something and then you hadn't. Yeah, I thought about it. But I know that like at least Jody was working on some pretty major projects before we shut down, and she was pretty sad about having to turn it off. Um, and I was also working on a couple of projects as well. And so I was kind of not interested. And I've put in a lot of effort in my recent world. I don't think you have. This is a second beehive. There's two beehives here. If it was closer to evening, I would steal those beehives. Um, but what else? Maybe if I get too lost here and is boring, we can pop over and quickly take a look at like what I've built since you may have last been on. Um, it's pretty cool. I like what I've got going on. Jody's building some like multi-chunk sized mega base. So I really didn't want to, I don't want to make it sad for her because the grind, man, was pretty intense for her to get all the materials and stuff to build such an elaborate structure. So yeah, it would be pretty disappointing to do all that work for naught. Oh, cold ocean. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this village. I know this village. Pretty sure I know this village. Like I said, there's not a lot of structures in this world, and so like when you come across stuff, it's usually I've seen it. I've been there or I've looted it already. Surefire test is if I come into this building, into this church, and there's no, yeah, I've already looted this one. Um, but you know what? Maybe I'll do a quick save Reno here. Um, Ark Ascended. Yeah, Ark is one of those games that can eat your entire life, as I understand it. So I get it. Do 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 do. Let's see. Yeah, no, thank you. That seems like a lot of not fun. I like something that I can pick up or put down. Uh, Plus, I've got a kid, so it's tough to put any kind of dedicated time into something like that. And now with like a real job, right? It definitely eats uh all of my time. So I don't get a whole bunch of kid time and I don't get a lot of, playing time. Yeah, I get that. It's a lot of red, but that's okay. It's a paper error. It's not mine. It does not seem to cause a problem for the boot for the game, the server itself. Uh, yeah, I think a lot of people end up having to balance a lot of things. Everybody's got their, life that they need to figure out. So, yeah, so I'm just booting up a local instance of the server and we'll see how it goes. A lot more red. But generally speaking, it works. There's just a little bit of error with the husk. Apparently, somewhere in paper, it has the loot table for a husk to have a snowball, and apparently that's a no-go. I get. So, get all the plugins going. Do, 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 do. So I suspect the server will show that we are going to be up here as well. But yeah, all the worlds work. So you can travel between the different dimensions. All of that's functional locally, which is great to have functioning. I run it inside of a Windows server Linux, like a WSL instance. So it's actually a containered Linux terminal inside of my Windows box. Yeah, it's not just no, it's each world is about 50 gigs. Like Ancient Handles is about 25 gigs. The old world, our first world that we started, what is like 100 and something gigs. The amplified world is about 30 gigs. Like yeah, each one of the worlds is quite large. So if I was going to host it, I would want to which is why the backups always took so long for realsies. And the data transfers it. Yeah. The old world is probably the largest file, and if I was to uh, be more chip chop, that would definitely be one of the worlds that I would not necessarily play or have up and running. It's good for historical context, but it's not like super interesting to play. Other than it's nice, like I said, it's nice to be able to see old builds and the world is still interesting and dynamic in those worlds too. Like there's right because I cull and made all of the edges nice and easy, like so all the new stuff isn't terribly far away from anything that we built. So and this part here, it's loading the geyser, which allows us to have the bedrock players connect to as well. Man, I've already got out of date plugins. It's only been a day. WTF. Yeah. Hosting the server was kind of a lot of responsibility, to be sure. All right. As you can see, like, it is laggy. So I'm trying to open that barrel. I mean, the rendering is pretty snappy. Frame rate's pretty good. The server response rate is terrible. The tick delay is horrendous. Yeah. I was really glad that Joel trusted me with the server. Honestly. It it was um, you know, it's a good faith in me. Boop 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 boop. Wait, do I have any food in there? Cool. Fish. Yeah, so this is all inside of my mountain. One thing you probably haven't seen is that for my mountain, I completely re-terraformed the entirety of the mountaintop. So all of that is all new, right? It's just all mountain now. My portal is still inside of there. Oop, coming in hot. But it was a lot of work to terraform that for sure. We can go up and take a quick. You can see inside the dome and see some of the void that I've carved out. Like there's all of the original terrain. And this is all the new terrain, encapsulating it. Yeah, so this is all the original mountaintop. Hey, it's Turtle. What up? Yeah, so this is the inside of my mountain. I did mix up, do a bunch of block palleting, but uh, so yeah, I made it an actual mountain looking mountain. I kind of based it on Mount Rainier in my local area. But yeah. Um, yeah, and of course this is still my castle area. What I have done recently was, or at least right before the server shut down, was I created these storage silos area and upgraded my general storage ability. So I moved my general block storage to this building. So this is basically just like a glorified storage unit with some stairs that go up and more blocks. We do have the invisible item frames in this world, which is great. I love that data pack. Works super great. But then I have these bulk storage silos now, which are quite large, some of them. And they have an auto sorter in them. So you dump all your junk in here and it goes around to all of the different silos and sorts them out. So like this one's got all the granite, and it's also got indicators to let you know where things are, like capacity wise. So like this one's a really big tower because I figured I'm gonna have a bunch of dirt and grass blocks and stone, right? That's a pretty easy one to get a bunch of them. So goes way up there. So these are pretty new. Yeah, and here's the item sorter component of it. So the water streams come through and filter down into here. So this is the water stream itself, and then the inside of the cap of the tower. Yeah, even these non-functional spaces, I tried to make them look pretty nice. Do not have a bed. Yeah, and then this is the natural water table, or the natural coastline for this one. I think I have a bed up here real quick. This was a lot of copper investment, which it at the time seemed like it was going to be like a big grind, but then I found trial chambers. Became significantly less of a grind. Yeah, the ice blocks, I ended up for a lot of those, like I don't have any regular ice in a lot of that. I have a couple of regular ices up there, but they're far enough away from any light source to be able to be not a pain in the ass. But yeah. So that's what this area has been working on. I think I can up my render distance in this world. And of course there's, thousands of kilometers of roads because that's how I roll. But I don't know if you've seen like some of these like gateways and like gated villages and things like that that I built out here. I'm actually really proud of this one. I know it's kind of ugly looking, but I intentionally made a ruin, and I think I did a pretty good job of making it look, decrepitated. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done a lot in those 2 years. Like I put a lot of work into this world, that's for sure. So I put sheeps in here, and there's a shepherd over here who buys the wool from the sheeper, these sheepy types. And so you can shear the sheep over here, and you can sell him the wool, and he's kind of squatting in the tower, like and it's villager proof to get out or whatever as well. So yeah, so like I made like it's kind of like a mini trading hall, but also like he just moved into like the ruined gatehouse. So I thought that was fun. That turned out pretty well. Um, whoop, lag. Yeah, and then I built out this city over here. This little village. Like I try and fix all the villages that I run into. Oh yeah, and I have like little radio towers everywhere, so all the villages can talk to each other. Or at least that's the idea. Yeah, like I said, thousands of kilometers of road. Yeah, and this is just a little honey farm I've got out here in the middle of nowhere where there was a ruined portal. I set up a little base out here. Ooh, faster than the server. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, lagged to death is definitely a possibility. Yeah, over here I built again, more roads. It's one of my favorite designs that I ever did for a wheat and beet farm is that building right there. I love the roof. I love the roof line. This turned out really well. I put photos of this one up on Turtle's Discord in the show me what you got kind of section. But yeah, it's a auto wheat and beet farm, villager powered. So all of the stuff comes in here. There's an auto sorter up in here, but there's a minecart that picks it up, brings it down here, sorts it. Minecart offloader, onload, uploader. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. And then like if you go up there, there's like there's kind of places to kind of hang out and check out the villagers. Anyway, it turned out really fun. More antennas. I was getting kind of wackadoodle with the storytelling, which is kind of cool. That's the local villager breeder here. There's a ton of villagers here, so it's going to be very laggy. Little campsites. Cow Crusher. I was here for a while because this village ties to the first trial chamber area that I found. So I spent a lot of time out in this town because you can go out here past this leather worker, and this leads to the trial chamber out there. So yeah, I spent a lot of time in this village, so I kind of built it up so that I could heal and stuff. Yeah. So many roads, of course, because that's what I do. I hope the stream is still handling this and it's not lagging too much because I don't know how OBS is handling this plus hosting server plus all of the other things that go along with it. But you know, I try and actually live in all of the villages. Oh, that's great. Sweet. Out here is a trail ruin that I carved out. I thought about it's kind of like telling the story of it's like a tourist attraction that's like nobody visits anymore. So you can come up here and you can go down here and check out the remains of the trail ruin. It's been fully excavated. But I was here for, I don't know, like a week digging that out, slowly excavating it. So this was my base for a while, and like it's made up of all of the stuff from the trail ruin, like the pottery sherds and the random candles you get, the glass is the stupid panes of glass that you get from the archaeology. But I had so much storage of stuff here when I was digging it out. It was like a ton of debris. So, but I moved all of it out and put it back in my main storage unit. But I still think the building is cute. Um, Cute little gatehousey thing. And then this leads out to like my winter fortress, winter industrial district. Um, Although I should note that up here is Zipgun's mountain, and he was digging out a giant ancient city inside of this mountain. So that goes up there. But this is like a terraforming village. So I was kind of making. I kind of covered this in my other VOD the other day, but yeah, this is yeah, the entrance to my like winter fortress. Like I don't know, I'm trying to terraform this whole little uh island-ish thing into like a themed space. Like it's like a ice spikes nether situation where we've got like the warped stuff and ice spikes and it's sprucey and snowy. I built kind of like a ski lodge building here. This was the base for when you're here. I think it turned out really nice. The interior is cute and functional. This is like the bedroom up here in this little nook, but you can go up these stairs to the various floors, and there's like a little reading area with some fire, you know, get out of the cold. Come up here to the attic. It's a little, you know, dusty, but still a little cozy. Yeah, I don't know. It was cute and fun to build. I had a lot of fun. The snow is from when it didn't have a roof yet still. So that was exciting. But this is a natural, like, spruce generated village, and I thought I would kind of move in to expand it. And then there's another, you can see the other gate at the other end of the village. Come on. And they're just like these giant decorative towers. Like I was going for scale for this build. So I wanted it to feel imposing and stuff. And then up here is my winter industrial district. So I've got a big ice farm up here, like a double-decker ice farm. So it just generates tons and tons of ice for being able to build out that terraforming area. Right, same for this. This is my Nilium farm, which I just replicated on my single player world. But this works very simply because I wanted to be able to use the warped Nylium as like an alternate block for the ground. Because I thought that the blue worked really well, very wintry-ish. So this is like the template that I'm using. Like this is the look and feel for what I'm going to be doing over there. But yeah, and then I can just bone meal this so you can get all the little sprouts and stuff too. Yeah, and it just automatically creates Nilium out of the netherrack. It's a great farm. Super simple design too. This is my bone meal farm, which is just a beet farm, and the farmer is just constantly putting it in the composter for me. And then, yeah, this is where I store all of my snow stuff. This is my giant powdered snow farm. Yeah, and then this is where I store all of the snow and ice blocks. This is my winter block storage. The only thing that was here originally was this igloo. This is a naturally spawned igloo. So it did have this, but it led to the abyss, so it didn't really work out. There was no underneath, so I think there was supposed to be, but it didn't end up happening. And again, more roads. Another village that I've transformed. Building roads through the snowfields, not recommended. And then this is all powdered snowfields, so definitely not recommended. I lost a good horse right here. Woo! Lag. Yeah, so we've made kind of a loop. So that's everything that's been going on kind of north of town. Oh, I should tell you, I did do some massive renovations to town. Maybe we'll take a quick gander at that. I think it might be faster to take the nether roof. Oh my goodness. Looks like Turtle dropped out. I'm not sure. Woohoo. Yeah. Yeah. It's because I'm really taxing my machine overall, right? It's not just playing Minecraft. I'm also streaming, and it's like I can pick one. I can play or I can host. This is if I had other people on the server at the same time, I'm not sure how well it would handle it. Gosh, it's been so long since I've been up here. Where are we? Okay. Gold farm, which is now officially not going to work, which sucks. Because zombified pigmen in 1.21.4. Yeah, maybe. But on 1.21.4, you now need to have you need to kill the piglin, the zombified piglin, for it to drop. The loot, you can't just have it fall to its death. So my gold farm died. I get it. It's kind of a hack, right? It's not it's not exactly fair. So I get wanting to have players actually need to, attack. Yeah, I have some feels about the changes too. I think it changes the nature of the game in a lot of ways. All right, so one of the first things you might notice is that there are some new buildings where old buildings used to be. Um, the Farmer Trader Hall, well, this was the overall Trader Hall. I have, and it's going to be really laggy because there's a ton of villagers here, obviously. But I removed all of the different villagers out of different things. So the farmers are still in the original hall, but I did redo the whole hall, except these are their original stalls. These guys have been here the whole time. And I just moved the building around them. But then I built other buildings for the other traders to kind of ease the lag so that it wasn't all centralized in one zone. It's kind of distributed across the area a little bit better. So, like, yeah, there's another method where you kind of just slash at the zombified pigment, and auto clickers are really handy with that. And it's another like super common gold farm design versus like the just dropping them down the chute design. Yeah, so this is the general look and feel for all of the different trader hall buildings that I built. I have so much of the honeycomb block because I have a honey farm here. And again, the copper, which I just dug and dug and dug for copper everywhere around here for all the different roofs. And I put like roads in town and like developed areas. So now you can kind of get around town and do stuff. These smithery guys, not this guy, but this guy, this is an actual smelter thing that auto smelts. It's lava bucket powered, this one too. So if you're ever in town and you need to bulk smelt a bunch of stuff, you can just throw your lava up there and get your stuff from down here. But you can also, of course, trade with your weaponsmith, armorers, and all of those guys. And I put a lava farm right there so that you can just restock the flow. One of the things that I don't like about the new changes is I don't like the new sheep's face. I know that's like a super arbitrary thing, but like, why do I have lava buckets in here? I'm not gonna. Oh no! All of our villagers are not in here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's a bummer. Did those guys couldn't have escaped? They're locked in their little shells. Oh, that's a bummer. It's a future map problem, maybe. And then this guy, he put in all of these campfires along this road before it was a road. So I just like threaded a road through the campfires that he dropped off. I think that's one of your friends, yeah, that built up there, angriest something. Uh, there's a sign for him, his place, I think, up here. Angriest toaster. Yeah. So he's found in mountain base. Did he change that sign? Regardless. Yeah, so he built that. But then there's, like I said, I put in all of these little micro halls around the server so that it was easier to do the trading. Oh, it wasn't yours? It must have been Alyssa's then. But yeah. Um, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I put in like there's additional shopping now. Like there's more shops. Again, there's Trader Hall here, Trader Hall there, but like birch log shop can go here. Like I tried to lay out like all the different wood shops. Making spots where you could put a plot and you can build a shop. Like so I laid out a bunch of like I basically pre-developed the road. Here is my mangrove shop. I don't know why it says that it's closed. But you could buy mud brick, mangrove, and all the swampy type things. So, did my pricing ones are gone? Like my emeralds are missing? I feel like something's happened here. Hmm, that's strange. Also, I didn't close this. Could be shenanigans. Don't know. Towards the end, we had like intermittent random people come in for like a couple of weeks and then peace out. So, who knows? Professor Oak's Dark Oak Shop. Everything Dark Oak. Um, and then I tried to have like microbiomes of that, what was going on there to kind of make it feel like that. And then, of course, I moved all of the animal pens from like right in the middle of town to like out here in the outskirts. So if you need to get starter animals, they're all here. This is the Jungle Woods shop. I have a couple of little banner shops. So this is like the Lonely Shepherd's Goods. So it's all shepherd stuff, beds, paintings, templates, etc. And again, the animals. So yeah, like lots of room for more shopping, enjoyment, whatever people may envision. Great. I think overall it really helps expand and develop the area so it feels more, you know, lived in. I mean, the server was up for like 3 years or 4 years, so 3 years. So it's pretty well developed, to be honest. Yeah, yeah. And Kevin was out here building this, which is so cool. It'd be great if he was able to come back and finish it. Yeah, and then this is the entrance to my base. This was somebody else's house that they built right next to my world, my area. But yeah, this is what my base looks like now these days. It's kind of wild. The giant tower is like, you know, it's a thing, but it's actually a way for minecarts to go up and down. So that's a thing. I was thinking about at one point putting in like a giant roller coaster ride that kind of goes from the top of the mountain all the way down into the ancient city and then back up. Because there's an ancient city under this mountain. Yeah. Yeah, my base is quite expansive now. I mean, it's the whole mountain area and the peninsula over there. But it's a whole bunch of industrial area now too, in addition to like decorative stuff. Right? Like the boats are a really nice touch. Gives it kind of a lived-in feel. I'm gonna get shot. Um, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of buildings out here now. My giant sniffer farm. The sniffer farm is OP. Like way more ancient seeds than I will ever need. At least I know where all the beds are. But anyway, I digress. And honestly, like, I probably need to get going to bed anyway. It's been about an hour and a half stream, so I might call it. Um, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out what I've been up to and making sure that my stream looks good and stuff. I'll be re-uploading the stream to YouTube. Yeah, thank you. It's good to be back, to be honest. So yeah, I am very happy about uh, all of the internet stuff working again, and yeah, it's just in general, it's nice to have everything functional. So have a good night, Neb. Enjoy the rest of your evening. It's late for you. You should probably go to bed. Uh, so later.